Here with Sixers' big free agent summer acquisition, Al Horford. Al, I feel like it's a bit of a throwback because you signed here to play a lot of power forward, which was the position you became a star in the NBA. And was that a factor that you could get back to your more natural position at all?
It was somewhat of a factor, but honestly, just to play along a guy like Joel Embiid, that made it much easier. I do understand that I'll play some forward, I'll play some five. I feel like that's one of the strengths of my game. I can play, a little bit of both.
Have you spent much time working out with the guys? And if you have, how's Ben's shot looking these days?
I haven't spent much time working with them, but I can't wait to get in there. I've seen some videos of Ben, as we all have, looking great. But my biggest thing with him is, he's going to shoot it with confidence. He'll know when to do it. He'll know what not to do, and I'm not worried about Ben. He's going to be fine.
Last year you were bothered. When you go on the floor with Ben Simmons, Embiid, and Horford, you guys are going to do something that has not been seen in the modern NBA, which is potentially play four guys, 6'10" or taller, at one time. Is that, in the 2019-20 NBA, is that a type of team that can win a championship?
I believe so. I think, you kind of started to see a little bit last year in the playoffs when Toronto had guys like Mark and Siakam and Ibaka, and you saw like a sense of thing, like the big teams are still effective in playoff basketball. And I think for us, now we have a very big team, but we also have a lot of versatility. We got guys like Mike Scott coming off the bench, guys like Kyle Quinn that can play as a passing big, and even Al that can play 5 and 4, myself that can play 3-4. So I do think, like in today's game, especially in the playoffs, size with guys who can shoot the 3-ball is very effective.
All right, so you spent a lot of time working this summer. Were you more intensively working this summer than the past few years?
Definitely. I think that just comes with time and maturity. I think you kind of find what really matters to you and how great you really want to be. And I think that summer I kind of found that.
In Los Angeles, people ask you, how's your shot coming? Do you get tired of people asking you about your shot?
Not really, because at the end of the day, I found out, people are always going to do that because some people just don't know in terms of basketball, the game. And it's a huge part of the game, but at the same time, I'm always working. And I want to continue to be better at everything. From my left-hand layups to my left-hand floaters to my right-hand floaters to my right-hand layups. Dribbling the ball, my footwork. There's a lot more than just shooting the ball that goes into the game.
Man,
thank you.
Why was it so important for you this summer to go get in great shape and lose 25 pounds?
Well, it was 20 because I just put on another 5 pounds. Maybe muscle. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's definitely muscle.
Right. Why did you feel like you needed to do that?
Well, last year during the playoffs, I wasn't at my best. I had tendonitis, and I also got sick. But all you can do is, control your diet, make sure you eat better than you were before. So when you get to that moment, it's harder for the sickness to come.